all right. We're okay.
Ask your question again, Austin.
Yeah. Is there anything in particular about these policies after your and our council's review that has to be updated or changed or is problematic or is noteworthy? Have you and the attorney reviewed these yet?
I reviewed them. I don't know if Bob reviewed them.
Did you ask Bob to review them?
No, I don't ever remember us doing that in the past.
Okay.
Last year, that was only an issue because we created the anti-sexual harassment policy. Other than that, you all read them. You let me know if there's anything that you want changed. Other than that, exactly the same.
I reviewed them today. I didn't find anything that stood out that needed to be changed.
Okay.
Is there anything that's been pointed out to look at in particular?
From my point of view, no. I've read everything. I mean, other than your like typo, there's nothing that stands out. I did notice that in the past, forgot where I read it. I think don't quote me. I won't even say where I read it, but it mentions a comptroller. Did you guys have that in the past?
No.
Okay. I mean, it's there.
So it's the mention of comptroller is somewhere in one of these policies?
Yep.
I didn't see that.
Kind of looks like it's in the capacity that Diana.
You sure it's comptroller or is it chief?
No, it's sorry. Can you guys hear that? No, it's comptroller.
Ah.
Let's see. Director. Yeah, under the bylaws.
Oh,
in section 3 and 4, it mentions the duties and the responsibilities of the comptroller. And I, when I came on, you guys didn't have one. I don't know if, that was something somebody served in a capacity before.
Not to my knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I'm gonna look at it. I'm scrolling down to it. Treasurer, blah, 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 blah. Oh, here we go. The agency shall appoint a comptroller by resolution, which, all right, so the question is this something that's required by statute? And if not, can we amend the bylaws to essentially make it optional or to take it out altogether? And if it's required, then are you in fact the de facto comptroller as well as executive director?
Yeah, I mean, it says the compliance officer under section 5, but it doesn't necessarily say that for section 4. Shall assist the executive director, so it's not the same person.
So in other words, it would be Diana.
Under the capacity that she serves,
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, time out. The compliance officer, yeah, it says who may be the executive director or any other employee. It doesn't say that for comptroller. I mean, you can interpret that 2 ways. You can interpret it by saying, well, because it doesn't say that under comptroller, then it can't be, or you can interpret it as it just doesn't say it under comptroller, so we don't know. I would like to clarify that. That is a change that I think needs to be looked into and clarified, whether we have to have a comptroller, whether it's able to be the executive director, and the negative of those.
Right.
All right.
By the way, I don't think I'm the coolest dad in the world, but this is my big tea mug and I have like a head cold. And I struggled with this being visible or drinking with my right hand, which I don't want to do. So just a disclaimer for anybody watching this. I'm probably somewhere in the 60th or 70th percentile. Of cool dads.
Okay.
Probably just I'm like an annoyed dad right now, but that's
All right. That's the only thing I noticed or I had a comment on.
So is this something that you can call Bob on and ask to be clarified and then get back to us? Do we need to then meet again to understand it all and then present it to the board in our December meeting?
That's
sorry guys, 1 second.
so I think the way, you have to, you all as a board have to vote to recommend to the full board the different policies. So I think perhaps you could probably vote to recommend everything minus the bylaws. And then I'll get back to you with that, and then that would at least take care of the other things. And then you could just need to vote to present to the full board the agency bylaws. But we'll see what Austin says when he.
Okay.
I heard. Don't worry.
Okay.
All right.
So, what do you think?
That we're getting it reviewed and we're going to come back, or what are we bringing it to just to the full board?
So I was saying that you could vote to recommend anti-harassment, board of directors, duties and responsibilities,
All the other
then
right.
leave that one out, and we'd have like a 5-minute meeting to recommend, pending what Bob says.
Right. Austin, I can't hear you.
Don't worry, you didn't want to hear me.
I didn't want to hear it. Okay.
Okay. You good? Then? I don't know.
So yeah, so you all vote in favor of
So yes, I'll make a motion that we present the the anti-harassment policy, board of directors, duties, responsibilities, code of ethics, conflict of interest, internal control policy, and whistleblower protection policy to the board, and recommend that they be readopted or affirmed in their current form. And then we'll look into the bylaws to see what kind of change we might have to make there for now.
for 2020.
Okay. I would second that.
Okay.
All right. All in favor, say aye.
Yes.
Aye. Yeah. Opposed, abstaining, motion carried. We'll present it to the full board at our next meeting.
All right, so I'll email you with another date, and hopefully we can just do it as quickly as we
Good.
get there, pending whatever that is from Bob.
Great.
Sound good?
All right.
Yep.
Sounds
All
great.
right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
We're adjourned.
Okay, take care.